I grew up kind of in addiction and ended up from bad decisions and being misled, ended up receiving a pretty hefty prison term, which was a 9.5-year sentence. So when I first went to prison, I didn't really have any idea how I should conduct myself or, how to keep relationships with my children, because I had 2 children when I first became incarcerated with that large amount of time. And I didn't know how to keep active in their life while being incarcerated. And when I went into Richland Correctional in Mansfield, Ohio, I heard about the TYRO program, and I heard that they offer services for families, and they even allow your significant other to come visit you. And I also heard that they gave free envelopes to write letters to your kids every week. And that might not seem like a big deal to society or somebody who hasn't been through the hardships of prison, but it's a big deal. Like, envelopes cost money, everything costs money in there, and you want to survive and you want to be okay in a very hard time in your life. So at first I was like, man, I'm gonna get free envelopes, and I went to the TYRO program and had the introduction, and I really didn't know what to expect. I heard about it, but I didn't know. So I started going to the classes and doing the workbooks, and it taught me a lot of things about my stages of growth, and it identified like the stage of growth that I was acting in at the time, which was an infant. That sounds bad, but I was very immature, you know what I mean? Like throwing temper tantrums like my 6-year-old son would do. If he didn't get his way, he'd scream, cry, and fight. I didn't get my way, I'd scream, cry, and fight, and I wanted to work on that, So TYRO showed me, how to mentally mature so that I could grow up, and I went to prison very young. And because of TYRO, I was able to grow up in prison, because it's not a great environment. It's the bottom of the barrel, so to speak, for society. That's, some people in there don't want to change. Some people are committed to that life, the negative life. And when you're surrounded by it, it's hard to find positive things. But TYRO was kind of a light for me in that dark space. And I gained a lot from it. It's hard to really say there's a lot of things, but being able to be in my children's lives while being incarcerated and stay in communication with them and talk to their mom, those were like the most valuable pieces to me during that time. I can't even say they were the most valuable, because it was just as valuable to learn how to be a man. You know what I mean? Because if I would have never grown up and matured up and realized what I was doing, I didn't know how to stop doing and living the way I was. You know what I mean? And TYRO kind of helped me see it. Once I could see it and I could identify it, I could start to work on it. And it took a lot of time, but it gave me the ability to work on myself, to stay in communication with my family, and just grow up, man. Well, first and foremost, I'd like to say thank you. It's a huge blessing. It really is. There's not many words you can say to express what it does for an individual that's in. I'm a spiritual man, so I call it the belly of the beast. It's literally the belly of the beast. It's very, very dark, and a lot of ungodly things go on. And it's a light in the dark, dark place. So, like I said, I would say thank you and express my gratitude. My name is Alex, and I'm a TYRO.